say it tonight if you want.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Our dear Heavenly Father, we're so very grateful that we can, that we're able to meet together with one another, to learn from each other, and that we have the opportunity to take these classes online and further our education. We're grateful for the gospel and for the strength that it gives us. Please help us to remember what we are learning tonight, that we're able to take it with us the rest of the week and apply it and be able to complete our work to the best of our abilities. And please continue to trust in you.
Amen.
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 I know the first two are packed, right? The first one's for mine.
So, what questions do we have on the preparation?
The only real question I had was, okay, so when we needed to provide a definition for the quartiles, am I correct in thinking that the second quartile is also the median?
That's right.
Yep.
Okay, just want to make sure.
You are right.
Yeah, I don't know how she got that idea.
But yeah, I mean, part one was pretty simple for me. It's just the part two I I had no idea on.
I'm trying to get my other window open here so that I can do quiz.
So I had a question just for the graphs, real quick.
Okay.
And this is just for the Excel sheet. So you put in all the data. How do you know how many number of bins or intervals you want to put in? Is that just how many units that you're using for the data, or like, yeah, how do you know how many intervals you want?
For which one?
Well, just for any of them, because like in number one it says paste your data, and in number two determine the number of bins you want your histogram. You want in your histogram. So how do you know how many bins you want?
Don't know. Mine did it automatically.
Yeah, so I never changed it. I always kept it at the number that it just had. I don't know.
Is that the breakdown? Like if it's every 5,000 or 10,000? Is that what they mean for the bins?
Yeah, that's what I just texted over to her.
I think that's just like how many bars there are.
I don't know. Yeah, that's what kind of threw me off. I was like, oh, I didn't know.
I don't know.
That sounds about right.
Well, if it's on the, if you're doing the homework assignment and it says copy and paste, you pull up that Excel sheet first, the one that says the mystery investment opportunities. And then when you are making your Excel sheet, to get your means and the standard deviation and sample size, is that the one that you guys are talking about? Or are you talking about one earlier in the homework?
Well, I mean,
Are we talking about?
I just mean on like pretty much any question. You put the data in.
Okay.
And then there's a certain number of bars, and the default number of bars is 5. Do we ever want to change that for any of them, or do we just always keep it at 5?
I don't know. There was no instructions on if we were to change it or not, but I think you could probably use as many as you wanted.
Okay, because the instruction says determine the number of bins you want,
Right.
and I don't know how to determine how many. I don't know how many I want.
Right. On the diving elephant seals, it was 7, but I don't know where they got 7 at, because there was way more than 7 seals, so I don't know how they figured that one out. That's a good question for the teacher. So, are you recording?
I don't remember anything about it.
Yep, we're recording.
maybe
Yeah,
if you
honestly, I think you're the
can
first
send
person
a
to me
feed,
about this.
let us know.
Isn't there, on one of the videos, didn't it show in the initial video where you, when you watch it, where it showed where you could change that in, like from Excel, when there was some kind of drop down that gave you a box and you could click on it to change or set that?
I think you're right.
Yeah, I think there's a place you can set it. I just don't know what we're supposed to set it to.
Yeah, so I know how to change it, and I see what it does to the graph when I do change it. I'm just not sure when or why I'm supposed to change it.
I guess I can wait till Sunday.
It depends on what information you're trying to gather or you
What your
want
data set is.
Yeah.
So if there's like 20 different data sets, should that bins be 20 so I can see where it's spread out, or do we so that each bar is only going up to 1, or do we not want that?
That building activity.
I don't know, I guess you could.
It might depend on the spread too, you know, because if you've got a really large spread, you might want to narrow that down. You might just want 2 or 3. You might want 4 or 5.
Hmm.
I don't know if there's any rhyme or reason on how or why you would set it.
I guess it just kind of, I guess if the more bins you have, the wider it looks, maybe.
Yeah, or taller,
It's
yeah.
not as compact. Because I noticed, like, on the answer key versus the actual graphs that I have, the answer key, they all look quite a bit more spread out than mine was. So I'm wondering,
You're
is
talking
that
about for number 7?
yeah, for number 7,
Yep.
all of their histograms, all the answer keys histograms were quite a bit spread out. And mine are basically the same, but just kind of smushed and not as spread out. So I'm wondering if that's because I don't have enough bins, and I'm wondering if that matters.
Or it might be, if you're creating the graph, you could click and drag it across the screen to make it wider. And then it would make those items wider.
Yeah.
I mean, like, they have more than 5 bars, and I just have
Yeah.
5 bars on mine. So I just don't know if that matters or if it's okay the way it is. Maybe I should just have to ask the teacher.
Yeah,
I have no clue.
Alright, well, I think we'll deal with the bot family.
All right, well, sounds like a teacher question.
Yeah. I know help here tonight.
Let's see. I wonder if there's a way for me to show you guys what I'm talking about.
Just us, we could do that.
Probably.
It says to do
They were alone, or if they don't-
for each of the companies A through E.
Oh,
So,
yeah. Yeah,
You know,
that's what you need the
it's-
Excel sheet for. Yeah, when I did that one, is that the one you're talking about? When I did that one and I did
It's up to them,
Instagram?
after KVR about it.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 7.
I think that's plenty for the amount of kids, guys.
All right. Well, that's the only question I had.
Yeah,
I think I'm good.
just tell them this is what we're doing each week of the month, and just take your pick, huh?
So do we have any other questions? We'll try this quiz.
I can give you her number. I don't.
We have a lot of information this week.
Yeah, I haven't had time to go through all of this for this lesson yet.
So I read through all of it. I don't know that I understood all of it, but I read through it. I'm going to be.
That's exactly how I feel.
Yeah, I'm going to be.
I read it, but I'm not quite sure I know it.
I've read through about half of it, but I haven't gotten to the other half, so I still have some work to do myself.
Well, I'll open the quiz if you guys want. You guys can open it with us and we'll
Yeah.
see if we even know anything, or we're all going to be taking second shots at it tonight. Okay, here it comes. Yes, I was at the meeting. I can get the first 2 right.
Woohoo!
That's about all I can get right, I think, tonight.
Oh, we need an Excel sheet, it looks like.
Yep.
All right, I completed the individual preparation assignment before attending the group meeting. No, because I did not have enough time.
Did not finish it. Okay.
Yeah, not when I've only got like 2 hours to do it all.
All right.
Okay. Looks like that's an Excel sheet for the first question here. You guys all got it up? You don't.
do.
You don't have the Excel sheet, but you'll have to write down notes. Make notes so you can
All
go
right.
do it. You know, let's see. On rare occasions, a medical procedure is performed on the wrong body part of a patient's body or on the wrong patient. These are called wrong site and wrong patient mistakes. Such errors occur hundreds of times each year across the United States. That is not comforting. The medical community is trying to eliminate these errors, but have had difficulty reducing their frequency. In a small percentage of these cases, the patients file a lawsuit against the hospital. Philip Shaw et al. Conducted a study on these mistakes and the lawsuits that follow. The data is in the file. Wrong site, wrong patient. That one. Okay. It represents the amount in U.S. dollars hospitals have been required to pay in wrong site, wrong patient lawsuits. Some of the values equal 0, indicating that the hospital was in a legal battle. Find the means amount hospitals have to pay in wrong site lawsuits and the nearest whole dollar. Okay, so wrong site lawsuits. So if we go down and do means, wow, this is long Excel sheet.
Holy
It's
crap.
got to be huge because of mine. I'm sitting here not responding, waiting for it to load.
Yeah, it's got like 412 is the first lawsuit. So,
Excel's restarting.
okay, so. Okay, so to get the
And
mean
mine-
on this Excel sheet, you click the cell below, and I've got to get my other keyboard. Hang on, I work on 2 computers at the same time. We're dual computering here. My Excel sheet's on the other one. Okay, so we're going to do equal sign. And then if you start typing average, it'll come up on the drop-down bar. So if you double click that, average, and then highlight all the cells all the way up. So I'm glad
Okay, I got it open.
yeah.
Wrong site, wrong patient.
All right.
Wow. Okay. I hope I get an answer after all this.
So I got like 80,041.24.
I got, yeah. I said round it up to
Oh, the nearest whole dollar.
nearest whole dollar, so it would be
So 80,041.
041, right?
That's what I got.
Okay.
How did you figure that again?
Okay. After you'll have your columns, okay, with numbers in them. Find the one that says
Right.
wrong site. Okay. Go all the way to the bottom to a blank cell. Type equal.
To a blank cell?
Yeah, to a blank cell underneath. Type equal, and then start typing in average.
Okay.
You'll get a drop down at the top of your Excel sheet. Double click on the average, okay, and then highlight all
Okay.
those cells all the way up and hit enter, and it'll give you the answer. But in this case, the answer is 80,000.
41.24.
041.
And then we round to the nearest.
Dollars, so it'd go down, right? So
It
it'd
would
be
go down.
41.
80041.
Okay, did you get that, Zach? Okay, who's got question number 4?
I will. Find the median amount hospitals had to pay in wrong site lawsuits.
Okay, so that's the second column.
No, I think it's the same column, isn't it?
It is
Yep, same column.
column, and you're gonna go a different formula. Let's do this. I wrote it down.
Isn't there just a median formula?
There is.
There is. It's the same thing as the means. So
Well,
you
equal median, and then you can
Yeah.
fill in that
And
same.
highlight the whole thing.
And you don't have to highlight the whole thing. You can just put A2 and
You
then
could do that.
colon and then A412. That'll save you a little bit of time.
That will. Or naming the range. So I've
So
got,
Who's got it?
I got 68,552.
that's what I have too.
68,582?
68,552.
52. Mine hasn't come up yet. So 68552, 68,552.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, find the standard deviation of the amount paid in wrong site lawsuits. Round your answer to the nearest whole dollar. Wrong site.
I got 71,404.
You're fast.
Thanks.
Okay, wait a minute. You got 71,000. Standard deviation. Okay.
Yep.
If you use the equals STEAP.
I just threw it in the other Excel.
Okay. Well, that's.
If I do the standard deviation .s, it comes up with 71,403 or 404 if we round it.
Yeah, it's set around to the nearest whole.
Okay, I got 71,404.
Yep, that's what I got. Is that what you got too?
Yeah, because it's 403.82754.
Right. Yay.
Okay, are you writing all this down, Zach? Do you get your formulas here?
I am writing it down because I have no clue how you guys are coming up with any of this stuff. My Excel is open
Uh-huh.
To the wrong site patient Excel form.
Okay. So let's take the first
I-
one.
Okay.
So go down to an empty cell below.
Like all I see is numbers all the way down.
Let's see numbers all the way down to 412.
I just did it off to the right instead of.
Well, you can do that too.
And
So do it off to the right because it goes to 412.
I'm all the way down there. It's fine.
Okay, so go equal sign
In which cell?
and just a blank cell. Doesn't matter.
It doesn't. Sorry, I meant column. It doesn't have to be A, B, C, or C.
No.
Just any of them.
Any of them. Pick a
Okay.
cell.
As long as it's empty.
All right.
Equals, and then start typing average.
Start typing what?
Average. AV.
equal.
Okay. Right.
Do you see a drop down window there at the top of Excel? There's average.
Not yet.
Equal.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, double
Yeah,
click.
just hit tab.
Got it.
Okay.
Sorry, my thing's having hiccups here.
Okay, and then you should have a parentheses, right?
No, I completely froze up in Excel.
Well,
Just
when
one
it,
of those things.
yeah, when it unfreezes. you'll have a parentheses and you type A2 colon A412, right?
I don't know. I'm locked up, you guys, so don't let me. Just
Just
Yeah.
write the answers down. Like I said, give me a call and I'll help you
okay.
out. Is your
All
quiz
right. I guess I will read the next one.
okay? Good. You can use those words.
Let me find it. We are on question number 5. Is it?
We just finished
We did
5,
5.
so we're on the information right
Okay.
underneath 5.
Right. Okay. Hepatic. Whoa. Angiosarcoma
There you
is
go.
a rare and unusually, is a rare and usually fatal liver cancer. A study was conducted on 4 individuals with this illness. The data represents their survival times in months. And then we have 5 months, 19 months, 1 month, 3 month. What is the mean survival time for these 4 patients?
I have 4.
And
Yeah.
you have 4.
Median. I don't
For
know if
the-
we're supposed to do fractions or not. Mean. Oh, the mean.
I got 7.
Yeah.
Never mind. Ignore mine. Mine's the next one.
Oh.
Oh, are you looking at the
What's the
median?
next question? Next one. So the mean survival time is 7 months. Is that what you guys got?
Yep, that's what I got.
Are we supposed to type months in on this answer?
Ugh,
7.
I don't know.
Oh no. Are we supposed to put columns up above? Probably.
Well, you know what? It says in months, so I'm gonna say.
Yeah, one of us can turn it in, and if we get it wrong, then we know.
Yeah, I have no problem doing that. And then you said the medium is 4, right?
The median.
Median.
Is that the one you did?
Median was 4.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so I guess I'm the next one. If you get the variance by hand, the following table could be used. Use this table to answer the next 3 questions. Give the number that would be entered into the space labeled A in the table above. Table A. Deviation, column 2, deviations from the mean. Doing it by hand. So that would be 7 minus what? 4? Is that how we did that? Or is it 4 minus 7?
It's it's the number minus the mean, I believe.
Okay, so it's 4 minus 7.
It says 19 next to A. A in the little chart shows 19 in column 1.
Okay.
So wouldn't it be 19 minus 7?
And isn't it the mean, not the median? Yeah, so it'd be 19 minus 7, right?
Okay.
Because 4 was the median, and 7 was the mean.
What's the mean? Okay, so the x is the number, right? So that would be 19?
Yeah, so 19 minus 7, I believe. So that would be 12.
Come on, math people. Yep. So A would be your answer. Our answer will be 12.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So number 8 is 12.
And then we need what would be in B.
Would be B. Wouldn't B be, oh.
One.
Would it be 36?
I don't know.
Because it's 1 minus 7 is -6, and then you square it, which would make it 36.
Yes, and because they're both negatives, it's positive, right?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Why did I not have 7 marked? Okay. Last question. What is the standard deviation of the survival times?
So, oh,
If they're not set up in time, it's Dad's fault, right?
do we need to?
Sorry, guys.
I have 8.164.9. We could just do
8.1649?
6.6. Do they need the full thing, or do they want it rounded to the nearest
They want-
tenth? So
they wanted it
8.2.
Did we go 8.2 on that?
8.2.
Yeah. To the nearest 10th, yeah.
I was
You're right.
hoping one of my kids or something. What was, I missed 8 and 9.
Okay, 8.
Uh,
8 was the space labeled A, so 19 minus 7 would have been 12, right? My
Right.
math right?
right.
And then do the number that would be entered into the space labeled B. So if you have 1 times,
1 minus.
Yeah, 1 minus 7 squared, which is -6 squared, which is 36.
all right, 1 minus, 7, which is the mean. I keep getting the 1 and the 7 mixed up, and it doesn't make any sense anymore. So that's 36.
Okay.
And then the standard deviation of survival times, and give the answer in months rounded to the nearest 10th. So we got 8.2 because it was 8.164 or 666. So we rounded it up. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Who do you,
What, for number 11?
oh, 11. We got 11. One more.
Oh, I didn't. I was still trying to read what was above it for the next 3 questions. Give the
Actually-
5-number summary. I'm like, 5-number summary. The wrong
Looks like
patient
it goes
lost.
all the way to 16, actually.
We're back on the, we're back on the wrong patient thing, yeah.
Okay, so wrong patient.
Praise God.
What is the first number in the 5-number summary? Okay, I have not read about the 5-number summary.
So that's the minimum, the Q1, median, or Q2, Q3, and then maximum, right?
Right.
I remember reading part of that.
Yes.
So the first number would be the minimum, which would be 0, right? Because there's zeros in there.
There are zeros. in
zero.
there.
But
I just threw in all the numbers in that quantitative descriptive statistics, and it gives you all of these things
Oh, perfect.
in the numerical descriptive statistics.
okay, what did you do?
So I just copied the wrong patient, all those numbers, and pasted it in the data place.
That gives you 0, right?
Yeah, so for minimum it says 0.
Okay, and the second number?
And here it says 3,900.
Okay, so the second one is the Q1.
Right.
So that's
Q1.
between medium and the minimum, right?
Right.
Okay. How did you get that?
It just appears in the numerical descriptive statistics in that Excel sheet that we were given.
Oh.
If you put in all the information, it just comes up with all this stuff. let's see. It looks like there's a formula called quartile that you can use.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, interesting. So I'm hoping this is right because it says round to the nearest cent, but none of these are in cents.
Well, they're not in cents either from the. Oh, maybe it's already rounded
Oh, I guess.
because you're dealing with whole numbers and not fractions over on the other
Yeah,
one.
well, Q3 has some cents. It's like 50 cents, I guess.
Oh,
Okay, so for
Okay.
11, we got 0 for that one. Just need to put it in.
Right.
And then we moved on to the second number in the 5-number summary for the wrong patient lawsuit.
Yep, which is 3,900. And I guess the formula in Excel for that is equals quartile, and then you put in the coordinates, and then comma which quartile you want. And so for the first quartile, you would do equals quartile A, or whatever those numbers are,
Me too, okay.
comma 1, and I'll do the first quartile. Or you can just throw it in that Excel sheet that we got, and it'll do it for you.
Okay, now where's this Excel sheet you speak of?
It's just the one that we use to make the
Oh,
histograms.
Instagram's the original one, okay.
That's the one that we that was in the little is it the wiki link that we got sent for our individual reps?
Yeah, and it's in the the little blue box. In
Okay,
the,
yeah.
Yeah. So. So is everybody else getting that, or are we still opening it?
I'm still looking at it.
I've got it.
Are you getting the same answer?
I'm gonna. I was just kind of playing to see what I would get for the other ones as well.
Uh-huh.
I didn't for the second quartile.
Mm-hmm.
2 to be 177. I have like 18,882.
That's your median. So that's the third quartile.
That's the
Or
third
that's
one?
I mean that's the second. I guess that's the second quartile, but it's not the second number in the 5-number summary. So
Oh,
quartile
second
is 1, 2,
number?
3, 4, but the 5-number summary is minimum Q1, Q2, Q3 maximum.
Okay, so in number 12, when you got the second number, 39,000?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not 3,900, 39,000. Okay.
Oh, you got 39,000? I got 3,900.
Did you? I put it into the bin and the frequency and did a histogram, and the histogram came up 0, medium. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gives me 7. Huh. Well, let me do it this way. I don't know, guys.
So what are you getting in your Q1?
In the Q1, when I did it on a separate, on a different sheet and did the histogram on it, I copied all the numbers down and
Uh-huh.
pasted it into a second Excel sheet. And then I did the data analysis histogram and plugged in my A2 to A176, because that's what I ended up with. It came up with, I've got the frequency, I've got the bins, nothing's in order, so I don't know. But the median shows 57,692.30. So, yeah.
Hmm.
One.
Okay. Mine's showing up something different.
Maybe I'm on the wrong sheet. Hang on. Go back up. We're doing the wrong patient this time, right?
Yeah. So something that you can do is just go like you did with average with the wrong patient,
Uh-huh.
and just go to an empty cell and just type equals quartile, and it'll come up with the formula.
So that, yeah, I do show the median at the 18,882.
1882.
Right.
But if
So
you do the quartile and then put B2 to B170, I have 177.
I do. Is it comma 2?
And then it's comma 1, because the second
Comma
one
1.
in the 5 sequence, the second one is quartile 1. So it's kind of confusing,
Oh,
because you got to remember the first one is
gotcha.
minimum, second one is Q1, third one is Q2. So it's a little confusing. But anyway, so if you put B2
I gotcha.
colon B177 comma 1, then you should come up with first quartile number.
I did come up with that 3,900 doing it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So my
I
other
could be off my rocker and just be wrong, but I think that's what it is.
We've got B2, comma, 177? Is that what
Yes. Yes.
and then parentheses? Or
Yeah,
one?
and then after after B177, put comma 1, because I'll do the first quartile, and then close the parentheses.
Okay. Comma 1. Yeah, 3,900.
Okay, cool. Well, I think that means that's it.
Right. Well, since 3 of us got it, I think that's probably it. 3,900. We'll take that one.
And then the next one is the fourth number. So I think you can just do the same thing. Just go back into it and change that 1 to a 4.
That's what I was wondering, is if we could do that.
And I think it'll come up with the same thing. Hopefully, I hope.
Comes up with 125, 1 million.
Oh, no. Sorry.
it should be 3 then for the fourth
it in a 3.
quartile.
Yeah, because it's the third quartile.
That was way too big.
Whew. My goodness gracious.
50,145.5. So we'd go to 50,146.
Well, it says round
To the
to
nearest
the nearest
cent.
cent.
Oh, well, then it is. Okay.
Nearest cent?
50 cents?
Yeah.
0.50. I hope that means we don't have to put 0.00 in these other ones. Hopefully not.
Zach, are you with us here? Are you getting this? You writing it all down?
Yeah, but I was confused on this last one. So is it 50,145?
0.5.
So 0.5 after that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
0.5.
Okay. I'm with you.
Okay.
Sweet. All right, just a couple more questions.
Yep. You might survive the night. Okay. Whose turn?
Okay, I'll read it. Let's see. Redbox is an increasingly popular way to rent movies in the U.S. Individuals can go to a Redbox kiosk and have a wide variety of movies to choose from. A study was done in which researchers observed the duration of time in seconds individuals spent making a decision on which movie to rent at Redbox.
Oh my gosh, that'd be like 10 million seconds for me.
Right? All
Okay.
right. So question 14, what is the third quartile of red box decision times? Give an estimated number.
I think that's like 180.
Yeah, it's not quite 200. So,
No, it's not. I think 180 looks good.
but they want it in,
Seconds.
yeah,
Okay,
Does
so
it just want the number? Hopefully we don't have to plug in,
seconds and all that stuff on
let's
these.
plug in seconds.
Well, we
Yeah.
could have someone just not put seconds, and then I could be the first person to turn it in. And if they get those questions wrong, then we know that we need to go back and.
And put in that.
Oh, we could each take a turn answering questions and then trial and error. One person, and then we wait and see how those results are, and then the second person goes, and then
Exactly.
There you go.
That's
There we
it.
go.
we've got 8 tries to get it all
Maximize your-
perfect.
dots.
Yeah, we better get 100% after 8 tries.
Okay. Number
All right.
6. What was the longest observed time in the red box of the red box customers in this study? Give an estimated number in seconds. So wouldn't that be the top of the graph there?
Yeah.
7:10.
710, 720, somewhere around there.
Yeah, 7:10. Now this one says that give an estimated number in seconds, so it's not. And the one above it just said give an estimated number, so I think we're okay.
Yeah, it probably just doesn't want you trying to convert that to minutes. Putting it in there. Don't worry, I will not do that.
Because 710 seconds is quite a few minutes to be standing there, red box. Everybody in line is going to be mad.
Yeah. Okay, we're to the last one, guys.
Isn't that?
Box.
I would say 105 would be the mean, right? Because it would be down there between the.
Yeah.
Oh, because it's just barely
yeah.
above the 100. So
Well, wait a minute. That's the median, isn't it?
That's me.
Yeah, that is the median.
So
Wouldn't it
it's
be?
not the mean.
Isn't the mean and the median the same though? Doesn't it, they both mean average?
no, they're. I mean, they both are average, but they're two different ways of getting an average.
Okay.
I don't think they're the exact same number.
One is the exact middle of all the numbers, and the other's like the average. The mean is the average.
Yeah, and the median's the middle for sure.
Yeah,
So
mean.
can we just
mean-
add up the 5 and divide it by 5, and that'll be a mean?
Right. Do we know what those answers are?
I mean, it'd probably give us a close enough answer that we can pick
Well-
a choice.
If you look at the answers, who said 105 seconds? That's on there.
105.
But
I think that's tricky because that's where
yeah, I think it is too.
But the mean should be close to the median because you also have that huge one at 710 or 20 or whatever it is.
That's one of the outliers, yeah.
Yeah.
That is an outlier.
So that's going to throw everything off. That'll make it closer to that 187 probably for the mean
well,
versus the median.
Let's see. So, like, I don't know.
I don't think that we count the outlier, to be honest with you.
Okay, the mean is to add the values in the data set and divide by the number of values you added. So it's really average. Mean is average.
Right.
And that average
Okay.
would include that huge, large number at the very top.
Right, but if we did that, it would be 450, so it's not right.
Well, we don't know what the 5 numbers are, but the average number is 105, or the mean is, I'm thinking, is 105 based on that.
Well, here's the exciting news. We have 8 attempts and only 4 answers.
Well, this is true. So I'll tell you what, I'll do the 105, save it and submit it first. How's that?
All right, sounds good, because that's what we think it is.
Okay, let's go and see what I missed this week.
Well, I know I missed number 1 because if I don't have this stuff done before the week starts, I'm going to be in trouble.
Okay, question 1 is right. Question 2 is right. Question 3 is correct. 80,041.
Did you include a dollar sign in that?
Nope, but I did put a comma in there.
Okay.
You did put a comma?
I did.
I did
And you
not.
said that's 80,041?
Right.
Okay.
Question 4 was correct. The 68,552. Question 5 was correct. 71,404. We're doing better, guys. Question 6 was correct. It was 7. Question 7 was correct. It was 4. Question 8 was correct. It was 12. Question 9 is correct. It's 36. Question 10 is correct. It's 8.2. Question 11 is correct. It's 0. Question 12 is correct. It's 3,900. Question 13 is correct. It's 50,145.5. This is where we get questionable, people. Question 14 is correct. 180.
Woohoo!
Question 15 is correct. 710.
All right.
Question 16 is incorrect.
I bet you it's 187.
I think it's either 187 or this cannot be determined.
Yeah, because there's no way it's 62 seconds.
You know, I agree with it can't be determined. I don't think we even noticed that. I think we were just looking at the numbers.
Who wants to try it next, but it cannot be determined?
If you want, I'll submit.
Go ahead.
Here goes nothing. Submit quiz. Yes, I want to submit the quiz. Take a ding on the first one, because I do not have 1. Scroll. Cannot be determined would be correct.
Oh,
Nice.
lucky. Okay. There we go.
Okay, well, I understand that. That makes sense.
Yeah, we didn't have the numbers to work with, so
Yeah, we kept saying that, but what are the numbers? What are the numbers? We just didn't
we were saying the right thing. We just didn't read all the way down.
connect our brain there.
They need to expand the area that you see for the quiz, because mine is like the bottom little third on my computer, so I don't get to see
mine
a full
too.
screen. It's this little
Yeah,
section, and I got to scroll up and down.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm on my laptop and it's just like it's like
Oh, it
3
drives you
inches.
nuts.
It's like 3 inches tall, and I have to keep scrolling.
Yes, I hate that.
So did everybody else submit and get 100?
Wait, what was question 4? I must have typed it in wrong.
Or 68,552.
Oh, goodness gracious. I put a 5 instead of a 6.
You know what? Every time I have struggled in math on a quiz or something, it was because I forgot a decimal point or some little mundane detail that just,
How about dollar sign?
yeah, something like that.
Note that it's, yeah. Okay, well. All righty. Very good, guys. Any other questions do we have?
We have to retype in everything.
Yes, you
If
do.
you have to redo the test, you'll have to retype in everything.
Oh, goodness gracious.
I know, isn't it horrible?
Thankfully, I took a picture of everything.
What did you
Well, you can get into your grades, and it'll show you what your answers were too.
Really? I didn't think it showed us our answers.
Yeah.
Most of the time it will. On occasion, they've got it locked out where you can't, but most of the time you can get back in when you can do retakes and see what you put in.
So
Or
4
just
is
leave it up on the screen and pull up another screen.
Oh, yeah, okay. Or Didn't think of that. You know, I run computers all along my desktop here doing stuff, so you'd think I would think of that. My computer doesn't have a camera and a microphone, but the computer I
Oh,
work
so you're over
on.
on your laptop and then working over on the desktop, huh?
Mm-hmm. That's right. So I'm kind of leaning back and forth here. Don't make you
I'll tell
do.
you what, my laptop does not like Google Hangouts and Excel at the same time.
No, mine was hanging and then I had to close it and reopen it.
Yeah, like I said, when I was trying to type in equals average, it'd freeze up at V, and that was that.
Well, that was scary for a minute. I pulled up
Yeah.
the wrong group meeting quiz and it said I couldn't do it again. Because I pulled up 2 instead of 3. Let's try that again. All righty, guys. Monday, 7:30. Aaron, you
Yeah.
have the link. You do good at that.
Yeah, I'll set it up.
Okay,
All right, thanks, Aaron.
We posted.
Thank you.
Not a problem.
Okay.
Thank you for bearing with me, guys. I will get these Excel files downloaded, and I will work on it more at work.
Okay. You can
Good luck.
call me if you need to.
All
Will
right.
do, and you know what? It should be easier for me to do this too, because the thing is about my job there, I get paid mostly standby time. You know, it's like I work 10 hours in the day, but I may actually only work for like 2 hours, but I get paid for like sitting there for 8 hours.
So you might as well do it.
So I have like all the time in the world I could be working on this, and it just killed me that I wasn't able to download any of that stuff because I'm sitting there just fretting. It's like I could be doing schoolwork. I could be doing schoolwork.
Oh, that's a shame. But I want your job.
Oh,
No, you
I
probably
don't want it. Yeah,
You
Don't
don't.
want to-
you don't.
Hey, I'll tell you what, we're so crazy at our work right now. I could take a break.
Where in Arizona are you?
I'm Tucson, Arizona.
Tucson. Oh, I used to live up in St. John's, up
There you
in
go.
the north.
Still in 90s here.
Yeah, and then I was sealed in the Snowflake Temple.
Oh,
really?
fun.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
a good one. That's
My
a good
father-in-law is there.
Yeah, we just
Nice.
contact open here. Just
What's that?
we just got our Tucson Temple open here.
Oh, nice.
So we-
Nice.
So yeah. Yep.
That's very cool.
Last month. Yay. Yes, we don't have to go to Snowflake or Mesa.
It's a pretty drive.
We are driving.
It's scary in the winter once you get up through like Heber and Overgard.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hey guys, have a good night.
Yeah,
All right.
definitely.
You too. We'll see you.
All
See you
right,
Monday.
bye.
Bye.